Hello there and welcome. I am so glad you're here because today we get to share a very, very special story. It's a tale from a long, long time ago, all about the biggest kind of love you can ever imagine. And it's about a little secret, a way to keep someone you love with you, always, just by holding them in your heart. You ready? Let's dive in.
Just think about that for a second. You know that feeling, right? When you love someone with your whole heart, your mom, your dad, your very best friend, and they have to go away, even for just a little bit. The whole world can feel kind of quiet and empty. Well, that feeling, that big, heart-filling love, is exactly where our story starts. It shows us that even the most powerful, magical beings in the whole universe feel that exact same way.
Okay, so picture this. Our story kicks off with a huge gathering. But listen, this wasn't just any old party. No way. This was like the most incredible get-together in the history of the universe. Everyone who was anyone, magical, wise, and wonderful, they all came from every corner of creation for one single reason: to be there for a super important moment with Lord Krishna.
And would you look at this guest list? I mean, seriously. You've got Lord Brahma, the creator of everything, and the super powerful Lord Shiva. Then there are the Siddhas, who are these completely perfect beings, and the Gandharvas, whose songs are literally heavenly. Wise spirits, celestial poets, I mean, the whole crew was there. All of these amazing beings, all gathered in one place, just so excited to see their beloved Lord Krishna. This just shows you how much they adored him. They didn't just clap, They got in their amazing flying ships and showered down flowers. So many flowers that the entire sky just turned into this beautiful, sweet-smelling cloud of petals. Can you even imagine that? It was their way of pouring out all the love from their hearts for everyone to see. Now, you might hear the word goodbye and think this is going to be a sad story, but Krishna's goodbye, well, it was different. It wasn't about being sad or about things ending. Not at all. It was pure magic. It was a giant, wonderful mystery that left everybody absolutely amazed. Okay, so let's break this down. For most people, when their time on Earth is done, their body is left behind. We kind of understand how it works. But with Krishna, nope, totally different. He didn't leave his body behind at all. He just vanished. In the blink of an eye. Poof, gone. Like a flash of lightning that zips back up into the clouds. And where did he go? Nobody knew. It was a secret, even to the gods. There's a really beautiful word for this whole thing. Leela. It means divine play. Think of it like this. Krishna's life on Earth was like he was the main star in the most incredible play you've ever seen. And when the play was over, did the actor disappear forever? Of course not. He just took a big bow, smiled, and went back to his real home behind the curtain. His story, his play, was a gift for all of us to remember. And this part just gets me every time. Even the demigods, these incredibly powerful beings, remember? Lord Brahma and Lord Shiva, the ones who had front row seats, they were totally speechless, completely amazed. They looked and looked, but they just couldn't figure out where he went. It was a miracle that made even the most powerful beings in the universe just stop and say, wow. So, while all the gods in the heavens were filled with wonder, back down on Earth, for the people who loved Krishna like their own family, it was a very different story. We're going to go now to his home, the city of Dwarka. Because you know what? When you have a love that big, the sadness of missing someone can feel just as big too. And their hearts were about to break. The person who had to bring the news back home was his dear friend and messenger, Daruka. And he was just completely heartbroken. When he got to the city, he fell down at the feet of the elders, and he was crying so hard that his tears just poured out and washed over their feet. He couldn't even get any words out. His sadness told the entire story. And as the news spread from person to person, it was like a giant wave of sadness washed over the whole city. First, they just heard the words, but then the feeling hit them, this overwhelming feeling in their chests. And what do when you feel that sad? You run to the people you love, right? That's what they did. They rushed to find their families, their parents, their kids.
Their love for Krishna was so, so huge. The idea of living in a world without him just felt impossible.
Their love was just that deep. For Krishna's family, especially his amazing queens, led by the wonderful Queen Rukmini, their hearts were just so full of him. They were so absorbed in thinking about him that they chose to follow him. They entered a special, sacred fire, not from a place of sadness, but from a love so powerful they wanted to just be wrapped up in his memory forever.
So, what happens now? When a whole city is feeling this sad, who can help them? This is the part of the story that's all about finding strength when you feel like you have none. It's about a true friend and a promise that he keeps, even when his own heart is aching.
Meet Arjuna, Krishna's best friend in the entire world. And you can bet his heart was broken too. But watch what he did. This is so important. He didn't try to push the sadness away or pretend it wasn't there. He did the opposite. He remembered. He thought about all the wise and beautiful things his friend Krishna had told him, this special song of wisdom. And in those words, he started to find his comfort.
And this right here is the real magic of the story. Arjuna took all that love, all that sadness, and he turned it into strength. He turned it into action. He knew the best way to honor his friend was to take care of the people his friend loved. So he gathered up all the women and children and elders who were left, and he protected them. He led them to a new, safe home. He showed that the best way to remember love is to keep on loving.
And that brings us to the end of our story. Or is it really the end? This is where we learn the biggest lesson of all. It's a lesson about what's truly real. You see, buildings and cities, they can fade away. But the most important things, they last forever.
After Arjuna had led everyone safely away, something amazing and powerful happened. The great big ocean. It started to rise up, and its waves came crashing down, washing over that beautiful golden city of Dwarka, until the whole place was hidden deep beneath the water. And here's the secret. The ocean couldn't wash away everything. There was one place, one special palace where Lord Krishna himself lived that the water could not touch. It's still there, as a reminder that he is always present. You know, it's just like the love in your heart. You can't wash that away, can you? His true home, that place of love, lasts forever.
So you see, the real treasure from this whole story isn't a city of gold. It's something you can't even hold in your hands. It's remembrance. It's remembering. Just thinking about this story about Krishna brings so much goodness into your life. It helps wash away the sad stuff. And best of all, it fills your heart up with the purest, greatest love. This story is its own kind of magic.
So as we finish up, I have one last question just for you. Think about all the amazing things we heard. The magical flash of lightning, the city's huge love, Arjuna's promise to his friend. If you could pick just one piece of this story to keep tucked away in your heart forever, which part would it be? Whatever part you choose, hold it close. Because when you do that, the story doesn't end. It just becomes a part of you. Thank you so much for listening.